Hi, my name is Prisha.
And my name is Shaquita.
And welcome to Searching for Freedom.
All right, guys. Happy Friday. We made it.
We made it.
We made it to Friday, y'all. Monday through Thursday, but Friday. Whew. I still think about who did that? Who was the person that deemed Friday as the day of just like we made it?
The person who decided that we working 5 days a week and then got 2 weekend days.
I don't know who did that, but
what did Corinne Hawthorne say? She said, "Ain't gonna stress about when Friday comes 10%, then I'm gonna have me some fun."
I mean, I'm just saying. But it's Friday and we made it. So today's video, y'all know we come with the topics, and so tonight's video is nights like this. Think about it. Nights like this. What's the first thing that come to mind? Besides nights like this, I wish rain would fall la la la. I'm just saying, y'all know I had to do it.
She has been singing that song all night. All night.
I'm just saying, if somebody tell me nights like this, I'm coming with it. 5 heartbeats strong. No, but seriously, guys, when we're talking about nights like this, we're talking about the things that keep you up at night. You know, is it thoughts? Is it lies of the enemy? Is it fear? Is it confusion? Is it worry? Is it doubt? Like, what is it? What's keeping you up at night? That would deem, a night like this, like a night that, that I'll never forget.
Right. We just kind of want to discuss what that's like, because we know, like, especially in this walk, sometimes it gets difficult. Mm-hmm. But how do you war through those nights like this? How do you war through when you go to sleep and it's difficult to go to sleep because it's the only thing on your mind, and then when you wake up, it's that first thing that hits you? Like, how do you war in that situation?
Mm-hmm. I remember a night where I remember the night that my dad passed away, and I had been through death before because my grandmother had passed away. But and that was the first time, and I didn't deal with it well. I didn't deal with it at all, and so with my dad, it was just difficult, just thinking about a life without him, and just crying and crying. And I remember the night before his funeral, and I sat up all night and I wrote a poem because I wanted to present it at his funeral. But it was so hard. Ooh, it was just very difficult. And then I remember, I know we talked about it, but breakups, when you break up with somebody, mm-hmm. and you can't think, it's hard to sleep, it's hard to eat, you wondering, what went wrong, what could have gone better. You cry, you don't know whether to cry or be happy that you lost, that the relationship is over. You don't know, but honey, those were nights that kept me up,
Definitely. Like, for me, like, one thing God consistently is working on me with, and that I have to surrender over to him every day, is control. Like, mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what situation it's with, whether it's just something crazy that's going on with my kids and I don't know how to navigate it. It's something I've never experienced before. If it's with family, if it's with work, it doesn't matter what it's about. If I don't feel like I know what a possible outcome is for it, like, it literally keeps me up. And it stresses me out because I feel like I need to be in control. And for the longest, like, that's literally just all I would do. And more as I became more comfortable in my walk and I started learning, God started teaching me more and more about how to navigate it. Like, he showed me different resources, how to just allow him to just be still and know that he's God. Because it doesn't matter if I worry about it or not. Like, and we say it all the time, like, mm-hmm. worrying is just like praying against your prayers. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter how much you think about it. It doesn't matter what you do. Although the pain may be real, the frustration may be real, you worrying about it, you thinking about it is not going to change that situation.
Right.
So, yes, it's okay to talk about it. Yes, it's okay to brainstorm on something. But ultimately, like, it's in God's hands. Mm-hmm. And that's still very difficult to grasp now. Right. And it's like, with your head, with your heart. But your head is just like, listen, I have to figure a way out of this. Like, I gotta figure this out. Like, God gave me wisdom. I'm be able to do this. And it's
Yeah.
like sometimes we can twist and turn it. It's just like we just have to be able to know that He is, even though it's difficult, so difficult sometimes.
Absolutely. I know for me, God is still working on me on is, well, I'm doing so much better, but I know the spirit of offense. Oh, it's real, real. So if I'm, if I'm having a disagreement with somebody, and I know we did a video talking about how do you love somebody that you disagree with. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But that was very difficult for me. If I had a disagreement with somebody, it's on my mind all night. I'm thinking about what I should have said, what I could have said.
And if it comes back up, how I'm going to say it that time.
I'm going to say it the next time.
You going to know.
I'm going to be ready. I'm stopping myself from not messaging you back, not picking up the phone and calling you. So that definitely keep me up at night, because I know when I wake up in the morning, it's on my mind and I'm ready. And to the point where I just had to do what the Bible say was take captive of my thoughts. Think on things that are pleasurable and admirable, to God. Think on things that, would speak life and not death. He showed me time and time again that when I'm not worrying or when I'm not anxious about things and I'm just, just going about my day, regular smeckler, not worried about what's going to happen next, or the fear of the unknown and things like that. I'm just putting my trust in God. He worked it out, and it was nothing that I had to do.
And even more than that, like, it's not a slap in the face, but it's like a slap in the face, but also so beautiful when you go through and you are worrying and trying to figure everything out. You are, like, when I tell you, like, you are running full force trying to figure out how to do it, and then a week, 2 weeks, a month from now, like, God just does it so swiftly and smoothly, like it was nothing, and you just sit back there like, I
did all that. I spent so many I stayed up so many sleepless nights.
So much sleep over this. Trying to figure out so many different, and this is the outcome. And it's like, he just shows me that, like, we go through all of that and not listening to him. And it's just like, baby girl, I already know what the outcome is. But those nights, like, it doesn't make it any easier, even knowing in your heart and even trying to put it in your head that it's like, okay, although this hurts really bad right now, I know God is who He says He is. I know that He loves me and that everything is for a reason, that He has a plan. It still hurts. So what do you do? Like, what comforts you? How do you navigate those nights like this?
That's a good question. For me, I just had to just stop, like, wherever I'm at, just stop that terrible thought, that decision that I'm trying to decide that I need to make. I just stop, like, God, I need you, and I have to invite Him into those moments, and I have to be honest and vulnerable and say, God, I need you right now, because what I want to do or what I want to say or what, or the next steps that I want to, right, or the next steps that I want to take, I just have to give it to God. Literally, like, God, I'm giving this to you. I got to surrender this to you, because if not, it's going to destroy me. That's just like what they say when they say that it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's only hurting me. So it's like, okay, God, I have to give this over to you, and I have to remember that worrying doesn't add a single day to your life. So it's like, let it go.
Absolutely. For me, I would say, and we talked about this, I'm all here for the emotions, but definitely not hide from it, because I know a lot when I grew up, a lot of times as I grew up, and even as an adult, like, it's still something that I deal with sometimes. Like, people say, okay, like, you're too in touch with your feelings, and I started to internalize that as a bad thing. So even when things would happen and situations would arise, I would not want to deal with my feelings. I would just want to be like, you know what, I'm good, I'm fine, and just tough it out. Be like, you know what, I don't have time to deal with this emotion. But allowing myself to really feel that emotion, feel however it's feeling, because it's gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's a week, 2 months from now, like that emotion, that feeling's gonna come out, whether it's anger, frustration, or just crying because you're sad about whatever it is. Like, I allow myself that time to really deal with whatever it is and whatever's happening, so that I can, one, be honest with myself, but also be honest with God. Because if I'm lying to myself and trying to pretend that it's okay, that means I'm not being honest with God about what I truly need his help and his healing for. Because if I'm up here like, God, okay, I'm all right, like, he is such a gentleman. He is going to wait until we ask for it. He's going to wait until we allow him into that space to address whatever's going on. So nights like this, like, we even just recently had a night where it's just like, so much has just been happening, and just so much overwhelming situations. And it's just like, we had to address everything that was going on with God. We had to open up and speak it to him so that he can really just kiss our hearts.
And it's definitely not easy. And you made a good point by saying feeling those emotions. And I say that because I'm a thinker. You know, I think first and I feel later. You know, so that's something that I have to do. I think about it, and then I have to process those feelings, those emotions. And sometimes you'll say, well, why you didn't tell me? Well, I was trying to figure out what was going on.
She was like, I didn't even know what was happening. I just knew something was wrong, but I don't know what it was.
and we have a lot of those conversations because Risha's like, you're not alone. Like, I'm your friend. Like, let me go through that with you. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I just know something is not right. Yeah. And I just know that I can't feel the presence. Like, even though I know God is there, but I know when I'm in those moments or when I'm having those nights, it's like I don't feel his presence. So when his presence is gone, I'm trying to get back there. So before I can even
it's just like, where did I lose you?
Right, God, you know, okay, something's not right. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even have the words to say to anybody else besides help me, and I need prayer. That's pretty much all you can do. But yeah, nights. Ooh.
But the thing is, that's literally how it always happens. Like, even though we still go through all of that, and when we end up coming together, it's just like, we still may not even know what's going on. It's just like, you know what? We just gonna start. I don't even have the words to even pray right now. We just gonna start talking and see where this go. Like, God, we invite you in. Like, just take over. And those are the moments where I feel like we have the biggest breakthroughs, because we're not coming in with this preconceived thought of how our healing is supposed to happen, or what is going to take place, or who, you know, how we could have conversations with people, like we were talking about earlier, like we can have conversations with people and think what the other person's going to say and how we respond and stuff like that. When we don't know what's going to happen, it's genuine, because we're just being in the moment. So being able to deal through some of these nights like this is because we do have godly community, and not just each other, others as well, where we can war together, where even if we don't know what it looked like, she doesn't always have the answer, I don't always have the answer, and everything is not fixed with one conversation, whatever situation is happening or whatever pain we're going through. But having someone there that can go to war on your behalf when you can't go to war yourself is so essential.
Absolutely. And then also just remembering that, like we said, inviting God in, knowing that you have a community or someone that you can, you know, at least just have a conversation with, even if you don't know what's going on, and prayer. You know, God, help me. I know when I'm having nights, and I know I say, okay, God, I'm giving this to you, but all the words I have is, God, help me. Like, I need you. Like, I'm surrendering this to you because I don't know what's going on. Right now, I'm just going through the motion, but eventually, I know, you know, with me surrendering and crying out to God and, you know, reaching out for community, it's going to get better.
Definitely. And just take courage, because he's overcome the world. Just know that you are not alone. You are not forsaken. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. Sometimes you can think that just because you're on this walk that everything's going to be okay. Like, in this life, you will have troubles. But just know that he's not going to forsake you. He's going to come for you with a vengeance, and it's okay. It's okay to not be okay sometimes.
And then what also helps me is just remembering this is not how the story ends. So I always remember that when I'm going through a tough moment, like, this is not how the story ends. And even a storm runs out of rain. So that helps me as well to know that it's a rainbow at the end of it.
I promise.
Absolutely.
But you guys, thank you again for spending another Friday night or whatever night or morning you're watching this with us. We truly do appreciate your support. Make sure to like, comment, and share.
And subscribe if you haven't, okay? Go ahead and join us on our freedom journey.
Bye.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that notification